Yeah, we definitely have the flood threat is one to not forget about, even with the severe threat going on for the damaging winds and tornadoes, because this is more widespread and we've already seen some of it, and we still got the go through Thursday with it too. So the flood watch is out. Really, flash flooding includes all type of flooding, but flash flooding, rivers, you can see the darker areas right there. We have the yellow, the black, and the Kickapoo that have flood warnings or flood watches out for those rises. But keep an eye if you live in low-lying areas, urban type environments, poor drainage areas. For the next day, you could see quite a bit of rainfall too that could cause some issues, especially like yesterday if we see it training over the same area that could produce very heavy rainfall. So don't forget that. And as I mentioned, the yellow, Kickapoo, and black right now, minor flood stage coming up this weekend that definitely could change based on what we see with precipitation over the next 7 days. The Mississippi is going to probably rise to near action here later next week. This could also once again change with all the water coming in, especially now that Minneapolis is getting rain too. So keep an eye on that, but right now I'm expecting minor, just action stage, and of course, as I mentioned, the creeks too. So overall, here's the big outlook right now, and the watch is out to the yellow. That's out till 10 p.m. We have a special weather statement for that cell that went south of Preston. That is now coming into the La Crosse area here pretty soon. Overall, a lot of this area is beginning to kind of fill in. So we'll see if the tornado threat continues, but it does hamper that a little bit if you don't see the single cells that we had going on right now. The wind threat, definitely these could come together and produce wind. Hail, not too much. The freezing level is so high up with this warm conditions, it's really going to be damaging winds or tornadoes. And up into Minneapolis, that is because they had torrential rain over 2.5 inches per hour. So right now, there's your activity coming through that was severe, even tornadic. Now here comes the cell right now. They actually just produced a severe thunderstorm warning with this. That'll be likely damaging winds and or heavier rainfall. You see the wind right there. There is a little bit of rotation right going on with that, so we'll have to keep an eye on with that one near Caledonia. Right now it's northwest of it heading southeast. So that's the main action right now heading into the area. Wind speeds right now 31 to 35, but note that rotation. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout there. Torrential rainfalls, that is definitely a problem. When you're seeing this yellow, you're looking at maybe 2.5 inches of rain per hour. If it starts training over the same area, that is why we're concerned with flash flooding. So these all contain probably 2.5 inch rain rates with them too as these cells continue to push east too. So if we go back there a little bit there, overall if we try to track this out, this is the one we're going to keep an eye on right there. That's the storm right there that's going to come through. So La Crosse will definitely have to keep an eye to see if that could be damaging winds coming through La Crosse at 6 to 6:15 if it holds together. Otherwise, Eau Claire, a lot more rainfall coming. That's going to be probably the big three. Could be heavier rain threat. We'll keep an eye on the severe threat. The thing is, once we get to about 9 or 10 p.m., that pushes east and we'll have showers continue overnight, but the severe threat really kind of is done with. The heavier rain we'll have to keep an eye, but it looks dry until we get later in the night when we'll see a next round of showers. Maybe thunderstorms come through. That rainfall right now looks fairly light. That could impact the morning commute. We'll have to keep an eye on that going through Thursday. There's another round coming in the afternoon time frame too. Rainfall all the way through 9 p.m. Thursday. Could be 3 to 5 inch potential in the swath of area where these storms do line up. Otherwise, a lot of areas are going to see 1 to 2 inches and more. So definitely a wet period, and that's why the flood threat is definitely out there since we've already saw it. Now, high temperatures tomorrow, 60s north, but more sunshine farther to the south. We will see a break in the morning. Could get some areas in the mid-80s before the cold front comes through in the afternoon, and that's when we expect another round of thunderstorms. Once again, flooding threat definitely is there. Maybe a severe threat we'll keep an eye on. Friday, looking good. Mid-70s, near 80. Less humidity, clouds in the morning, more sun in the afternoon. It's actually going to feel nice and drier too. Unfortunately, we do have a warm weekend ahead, not quite as hot as last weekend. Storms come through Sunday and all of next week, minus a little bit of a shower chance on Monday morning. It's going to be about seasonal conditions and less humid and pretty typical first of the week July temperatures too.
All good news right there.
So far, and that could extend through July 4th weekend. We'll keep an eye on right now, but so far nothing significant really looks to be in the works.
We're getting back to normal for June.
But yeah, definitely this evening, keep an eye on rain, flooding throughout. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning right now out, so keep an eye on that too.
All right, thank you, Greg.